Imagine being in a situation where you need your firearm to be in working order. You're an off-duty police officer standing in line at the bank when an armed robbery occurs at the front of the line. Or you're sitting in the kitchen with your family eating dinner and someone kicks the door in, attempt to do harm to you and your family. Now imagine you present your firearm to the bad guy. As you do so, he turns towards you with his weapon and points it at you. You fire the first shot and barely miss him because you're nervous. You squeeze the trigger again and your gun jams. In that moment, you probably wish that you had maintained your firearm and kept it clean. So every firearms owner has a list of responsibilities associated with their firearm. Those responsibilities include keeping the weapon locked up away from children, using a safe holster with a retention function, and also cleaning your weapon. Guns can jam, and firing a jammed gun can make the obstruction in the barrel, the bullet, and any gun part explode and potentially injure the person holding it, and that's from the importance of gun care and maintenance. I'm going to demonstrate how to field strip Glock 17 9mm and demonstrate how to clean it. So, I want to preface by saying I'm not a firearms instructor or expert. I've regularly been required to clean my weapon as part of my job. As a general rule, I try to clean it every time that I shoot it. An important emphasis I want to make, though, is that, first of all, this lesson is important for anyone who's considering purchasing a firearm. It's also important for anyone who owns a firearm but is not comfortable cleaning it, or maybe does not know how to clean it or field strip it. I cannot stress one point enough, however. This lesson is a cursory overlay for how to clean a firearm and how to field strip it. However, do not handle a firearm without the assistance of an experienced firearms instructor or range master. If you've never handled a firearm before, please go to a safety course or concealed carry course to learn how to safely handle a firearm. Even if you have experience with firearms, use extreme caution in cleaning and handling them. Many accidental discharges and gun-related deaths happen when people are cleaning their weapon. This lesson is not a substitute for what a professional could provide. Do not attempt to clean or handle a firearm based on this lesson. So, clearing the weapon. So I'm going to show you how to field strip first. Clearing the weapon is the most important part of this process. So this is a loaded gun right now. So it's not ready to be cleaned yet. So, remove it from the holster, keeping my finger along the slide out of the trigger guard. I'm first going to drop the magazine out of the magazine well. Then I'm going to quickly rack the slide and lock the slide back using the slide release on the side, ejecting a bullet and the magazine. Now I'm going to quickly, but certainly check inside to make sure there's no rounds in the chamber. That's using my finger and my eyes to ensure that this gun is not loaded, because the next step is actually to take the slide off. And to take the slide off, what I have to do is rack the slide forward, point the gun in the safe direction, squeeze the trigger, put 3 fingers on top, thumb underneath, rack it back slowly and just a little bit. There's 2 little slides above the trigger well. Push down on those, your slide comes off. Then on the bottom side of the slide, there's a spring, and there's your barrel. So like I said, this is just going to be a demonstration for time's sake, because I only have 6 minutes. So the first thing I would do is put my eyeglasses on, eye protection, because a chemical might splash on your eyes, or a spring could come off the gun. This could be dangerous to your eyesight, and that's according to the Importance of Proper Gun Cleaning in the Shooting School article. So, I now have my eyeglasses on, and I'm going to tell you what I would do to clean it. So the first thing I would do would take a quick spray. This is what I use, Hops Cleaner and Lube, and I would spray the slide, the bottom part of the gun, and the spring with this. I would let it sit for a second. Then I would use cloth or old underwear to clean all inside, all the small parts, everywhere I can get, and get it as clean as possible with cloth and Q-tips. For the barrel, the first thing I would do would be to feed this brush through. Feed it through a couple of times. That just gets all the loose particles out that are left over from the last time you shot. And then I would actually take a cloth that has Hops Floor Cleaner on it, and I would feed it through there as well, and that just cleans it a little bit more and gets some of the deeper grime off of it. So then at that point, I would put a CLP, cleaner, lubricant, and preservative on the slide grooves right here, and let it run down for a minute before reassembling the gun. So then to reassemble it, put the barrel back in the bottom side of the slide, let it sit in there, take the spring, put the circular side in the half moon section of the bottom side of the barrel, and then I would actually just feed the slide rails along, and the gun slides back in. Re-ensure that it's still not loaded, rack it, squeeze the trigger, 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 and every time the trigger should pop back out when you rack it. Last thing you have to do, pop the magazine back in, point it in the safe direction, rack the slide, remove the magazine again, press check, ensure your gun is chambered. Then I'm going to take the gun, put it back into my holster, reload the first ejected round, take your safety glasses off, tap it, put it back in. So quickly, just to summarize, owning a firearm is an important responsibility. Everybody who owns a firearm should clean it, and because that's part of it, and it's part of the responsibility. So you need to do it. Clean your gun, own a gun, clean it, take care of your stuff. You all have a good day. Thank you.